Hey, what's up? Skruggs here. Working on the boat again today. Doing some wiring, and I've already fixed the handle. I'll show you all that, and then I'll show you the wiring that I've done and show you how to do some soldering in case you need to do it. I'm gonna go down and pick me up a fish finder depth gauge down at Bass Pro today, so I'm gonna wire that in too, maybe. Depends on how much time I got. But let me show you my new handle. It's not the best welding job in the world because I got a crappy welder, but you know, it'll do for what I need. Yeah, when I got this, the handle was broke on it, and I just took me a little piece of metal there and drilled some holes in it and found me an old handle I had laying around and just tacked it on the end of it. Like I say, it's a crappy weld, but I'll shave it down, and you know, it won't take much. Basically all it needs to do is crank. And then here's my wire. I got me some 4 gauge wire, and soldered the ends up with some of that shrink wrap. And I just got it run down the side of the boat. Right now I got it temporarily just taped up there. And then I got these connectors from Amazon. These things, they're probably overkill, but they're made for the 4 gauge. So I'll show you how we're going to solder those in, and I'll get that up, and I'm going to have to wire that up there. I got this little piece of wire here. This is what I'm going to run my fish finder on. I'm going to feed that back through this area here because that's where I sit in the back, and I'm going to have to figure out some kind of holder because it's a small fish finder. I'm thinking about getting the Garmin Striker 4, which is a 3.5 inch screen. So we'll see. Maybe have some little guide pole lights there, and actually I wanted something a little higher so the people behind me could see the trailer. We'll wire them up today, maybe. Let's see what we got. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'll get everything set up here and put this camera on a tripod and show you how to do some soldering. Alrighty, appreciate it. Hey, what's up? Let's see here. Basically, I'm going to solder these 2 wires together. That's some shrink wrap on the end, and that wire is going to be fed through where the other wires come through here. It's going to go through like this, and I'm going to have this is going to be for my fish finder when I get that done. So basically we're going to solder this lug, whatever you want to call it, into this piece here. So I'm trying to position how this is going to go in. And we'll get a little bit of solder. Got this little thing here. This thing's pretty cool. Just juice it up. Uh-oh. I think I may have bought the wrong can. Oh, this isn't gonna... I did. This one ain't gonna work. Oh, man. not great. Well, we might have to do this the old school depending on how much I got in here. Might have to break out the big torch. Picked up the wrong canister. But we're just gonna get this hot. And guess what? I think I'm running out. I'm messing up here. These need to go on both. So I almost messed up there. I'm glad I caught that, because that wouldn't have done much good. I don't even know if this is going to go over both of these. It's not. Well, crap. So we might not be using shrink wrap. Oh well. That's hot. You don't want to do that. So the shrink wrap isn't going to work. So we're just going to continue on with this without the shrink wrap. And we'll just use tape. Alright, let's try this again. Well, I'll tell you what, these things don't solder real good. That's for sure. They say that you're supposed to solder them, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not impressed with it. Actually, I think that was Jewelers. As you can see, this is a whole lot thicker. This probably won't take as long when using this thicker one. Alright, we're just going to let that cool off, and then we'll do the other side. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm no expert at this by any means, but I do enough to where I can get by. And that's about it, enough to get by. And there we go. You definitely need to let them cool off before we put those in those plastic connectors there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put some connectors on the other side. Now when you positive wire, you always want to make sure that you got a cover over it. Because then that way, if you happen to hit it on something, it won't arc. Actually, the best thing is to have both of them covered, but I don't have one that does both. Don't have one that covers the ground, so we're just gonna use what I got. Good crimp on there. Give it a tug. And we'll do the other side, and we'll be ready for our hook our fish finder up. I still need to go to the store and get that. I really don't know how I'm gonna mount it yet, but at least I'll get the wiring done anyway. There we go. That'll be for my fishy finder. Good deal. These here still a little warm. We'll go ahead and wrap them up in some black tape. Yeah, I wish that shrink wrap would have been better, but I guess the one good thing is if I decide to add another wire to this, all I have to do is just take the tape off and pull this pin out of this, and then add another wire in case I want to add something else, which at this point the only thing I'm really going to add is a fish finder. So, but you never know, I might put some lights on here later down the road. And, I'm not planning on doing any night fishing, but you just never know. So technically all I need to do is just shove these things in here and make sure that this little clip is down, it's spring loaded. Actually, I think that one went in. Let's see if we can get this one to go in. I think it's it. I didn't hear them snap, but I believe it went down in there. Alright, that's what it looks like. And then this piece, once I get this one done, we'll slide into this one like this. Be good to go. So that's all I got to do now. I have to do this in. I'm going to make a connector so that two run off. I'll show you how it does. Basically, we're going to do the same procedure that I just did on the other side. I'll show you when I get it all done, and we'll be all set. So I got this battery cable. Said it came with these little things here and with the wire. Basically, I'm just making some cables to tie the two batteries together, and basically all I do is just stick it in there, put it in the vise, give her a crush. And then take a hammer and punch it down. I actually went a little too far with that one. Got my shrink wrap on there, and basically going to solder that. And I'm gonna run out again. Maybe? And we'll do a positive and a negative. Just like that, same way. Alright, so this is what we got now. Here's my main cable coming off the battery. And then I made this here. This is a splicer. This has two ends on it for each trolling motor. And then I also wired, well, what I did was I split the wires in these two main wires here. And I ran the strands equally, and then in case I want to hook something else up, positive, always covered, and in case I want to hook a light or something up back here, I've got current from the battery. But basically this is going to hook into this, and then got a trolling motor with a circuit breaker in it, and that's going to plug into one of these like so. And then the other trolling motor with my jippy circuit breaker will go in there, and we should have power to our trolling motors now. There we go. And I can disconnect them whenever I want. The only bad part about doing this is and it could be a good thing, is if you want to use these on another boat, like somebody wants to borrow it or something. I'm not going to be able to, because these are hardwired in, these connectors here. So what I could do is I could order another set of these and make me a splitter with some alligator clips on them, you know, and clamp them on the battery. But you know, I'm not planning on letting nobody use them anyway. This is all for me. So there we go. We're all wired up now, and I made these my cables up in the front here. I got those all made up, you know, so that I can hook the batteries in conjunction. It makes it easier to charge that way too. You just put the charger on one battery and it does both. So I'll probably get me some tape and tape up the rest of the and it came with these little ends here too. These little ends here to keep trash, and I've heard people putting dielectric grease in them, but I don't know, we might use the covers. I mean, but there we go. That's another thing knocked out. Yeah, just moving right along on the boat. Just moving right along. So I appreciate you watching again, and next is going to be the fish finder. I think I might go buy that now. Maybe come back and hook it up. Oh, I got my light poles. I might do that. We'll see. Alrighty, well, thanks again. We'll continue on with it. Hopefully get some fishing done this year. Thanks a lot for watching.